On November 26, 1930, a news article was published on the front page of the Meriden Daily Journal newspaper in Canada. Its title was Village of the Dead. This news caused a wave of fear throughout Canada because in North Canada, an entire tribe had disappeared without a trace. Overnight. This is Anjikuni Lake, located in a remote area of North Canada. A tribe called the Eskimos lived on the banks of this lake. About 100 to 150 people used to live in this area, surviving by fishing in the lake. This part of North Canada is so harsh that only a few thousand people live in an area that spans hundreds of thousands of square kilometers. In addition to fish, the surrounding area of Anjikuni Lake offered game, attracting many hunters. On the coldest day of November 1930, a hunter named Joe LaBelle came to hunt in the area. He was so engrossed in hunting that he didn't even realize when it got dark. He planned to spend the night with the Eskimo tribe, who were known for their hospitality. Joe packed his things and started walking toward the village. It was a moonlit night, but the silence was unsettling. There were no sounds, not even the usual barking of the dogs that the villagers kept. As he got closer, everything remained quiet. He picked up his pace, assuming the villagers were asleep or had gone somewhere. From a distance, he could see the tents of the settlement, and smoke was rising from some of them. But even as he got close, he still couldn't hear a single voice. Finally, when Joe entered the village, he was shocked. There was no sign of any human or animal. What surprised him even more was that smoke was still rising from some of the houses, as if someone was inside. He checked random tents, no one was there. All the tents were empty. Joe might have overlooked the whole scene if not for one disturbing detail. In some houses, cooking utensils were still on the stove, but the food in them was burnt. Someone had started preparing food but never ate it. Clothing materials were still laid out with thread in the needle, as if people had left suddenly. Where had they gone? Joe searched the entire settlement. The dogs, tied up with ropes, had died of hunger. Strangely, food was placed in front of them, but no one was there to feed them. At one spot, he found a recently dug grave. Joe was overcome with anxiety and fear. The people here always took their dogs with them wherever they went. But something strange had happened, so sudden and mysterious that the villagers left behind their dogs, clothes, food, and even burning fires. Joe quickly made his way to a nearby telegraph office and contacted the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. When the police arrived, they confirmed everything Joe had reported. They first suspected an attack, but there were no signs of violence, no blood, no mess. A search operation began, and something even more puzzling was discovered. The entire settlement was covered in snow, but there were no footprints except for Joe LaBelle's. No one came in and no one left. The lake was frozen, and the villagers' boats were still pulled up on shore. If people had left across the lake or had been killed and thrown into it, the ice would have been disturbed, but it wasn't. The police concluded that the villagers had disappeared around 8 days before Joe arrived, based on the condition of the dead dogs. The lingering smoke suggested the fires had burned for some time after the people vanished. The case was eventually marked as unsolved and closed, with no answers found. 50 years later, in 1984, writers Roger Bohr and Nigel Blundell tried to connect the mystery to aliens. They claimed that a hunter and his sons had seen strange flying objects over the lake near the village, moving toward the very settlement that had vanished. Based on this, they speculated that aliens might have taken the tribe. However, they had no solid proof and most people rejected this theory. Over time, many stories emerged about what might have happened, but none offered concrete answers. Now, nearly a century later, the question remains, where did the people of Anjikuni Lake go without leaving a single trace? The disappearance of the Eskimo tribe remains one of the most enduring mysteries in Canadian history. So friends, if you liked this video, don't forget to like it. To watch such interesting videos, subscribe to this channel. And after that, click on the bell icon so that you get the notification of all the new videos of this channel. Take good care of yourself. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.